Hi there, welcome back to my channel. And as I sit here waiting patiently for my books to be pressed and graded down there in CGC and to pass the time, because it's a long wait, what better way than to do another educational video for family and friends related to my comic book collection. And in this video, I'm actually going to show you the amount of boxes of comics I have over the course of reading comics over 34 years. And the boxes I'm talking about are short boxes like this. This is for comic books and it's a short box. There are also long boxes, which is pretty much twice as long as a short box. But before I showcase to you the amount of boxes I have, this is a little background information in my collection. Now early on, when I started reading comics, I had this sense of how to store comics once you finish reading them. You have a backboard like this. It is cut specifically to fit into a bag, a current bag like this. You put them together, which gives you this. So now you have some place to store a single issue of a comic. So once you finish reading a beautiful comic book like this, Superman racing the Flash over and over again, then you put it into this, which gives you something like this. See, look how beautiful, beautiful cover of Superman. It's the first issue, and it's a newsstand edition because it doesn't have the direct sales on the bottom of the barcode, or around the barcode, I should say. Now, eventually, I'll actually send this one in, but the big difference with this book is that if I send it in, it'll come back with a green label on top of the slab, because I had this signed by the legendary Brett Breeding at a Edmonton comic convention. But since CGC wasn't there to recognize it, well then of course it's going to be a green label. But eventually I will send it down because it's to preserve it. It was a great, Man of Steel title was great when it was around. It's not anymore, which is sad. But yeah, so this is how you'd store a comic book once you finish reading. Now, for me, so you have one board. One single board. Now, if you read one comic book a year, well, that's only 34 books. And, well, yeah, it's easy to store that 34 books in a box. But if you're reading more than one book, let's say you're reading more than 14 different titles a month, then it starts to add up big time. Now you think about it. This here, these are all backboards. There's 100 of them. Now you take a look at the space, just the space that 100 of these backboards take up. Then you got to think ahead. Well, gee, 100 boards? But I want to read comics. Space. It all comes down to space. So what I would do, I would not use the backboard because back in the days, I was concerned about space. How much space in my closet can I take up? So what I did is I'd put more than one. I'd put probably in a bag like this, I'd probably stick maybe 4 comics in a bag. So it'd be stiff enough. They wouldn't be floppy, but it'd be stiff enough. That's how, I'd still bag them, but they wouldn't be separate. And since I don't read Marvel, I don't have to worry about the color rub. But that's what I did, is that it came down to space and it filled my box more. I could fit more in my comic box if I just bagged the comics. But earlier this year, I said, I'll see how, because I want to test the whole board singly with each single comic book issue. So with Birds of Prey, the first volume, I think it came out to 127 issues, a little bit more. I could be wrong, and that's including one-shots and all that, and a few crossovers. And it filled up a short box like this. It filled up about 3/4 of this box of just bagging the comics without using a board. So I single bagged each comic, and it came out to a box and a quarter. So that's telling me that, of course, this takes up, using these boards, it takes up pretty much a half more space in a box. So that was kind of I didn't realize that those boards took up that much space. And would I do it to every box? No, because I don't have that much space left in this itty bitty condo place to board and bag individually each one. And I'm never, ever gonna take my collection out of that storage and put it into and rent a storage facility. That's not gonna happen. Never. So that's the gist of the backstory, is that I've only board and bagged individually one title, and that was Birds of Prey. Will I do it with my other titles? Depends on the mood that I'm in, but other than that, it is what it is. You know, it's amazing how much 100 of these take up space. So yes, so now we'll take you to the scene of me showing you just how many boxes I have in my collection. Now, before I bring out my comic book collection, if there's enough room here for all my boxes, someone had pointed out that these walls need a paint job. And my response to that is, nope, not gonna happen. Maybe one day it will happen, but until the time arrives, what better way than to spruce up these walls by adding art, as in slabs. So that's what I'm going to do next before I bring out these boxes. Now when I hang my slabs, I've been using the Command brand hanging stickers, and they've been doing a fairly good job for my slabs anyhow. So the first one, go up in the corner like this. Let's see here. How close do I want to get it here? Well, it's a beautiful start. All beautiful covers. Now the real work begins, bringing out all my comic book boxes. And of course there'll be some editing, because this is going to be already a long video. So let's have at it. Oh boy. Okay. Let's begin. In no particular order, of course, because I'm sweating already. Oops. Got some middlemen here. Yeah. Good old Man of Steel. This is why I don't do this every single day. Oh, you be. Another big box. Somebody. Ooh. Oh my God. Hoo-yah. this. These aren't as heavy as the other ones. Ooh, this is a heavy one. Leave this one down. And so let's see here. And voila, this is my collection. Whew. Well, 43 boxes that I got. That's a lot of boxes for 34 years worth of reading. Now, like I said before, if I board and bagged every single comic, and remember, one box is already board and bagged with Birds of Prey. But if I board and bagged every individually comic, then that would mean I wouldn't have just 43 boxes. I'd have close to 63 boxes of comics. 20 more boxes? Yeah, I don't think I have the room in my condo for another 20 boxes. Because all these boxes were already in my storage room. But I have them bagged though. But I may still get some of these titles board and bagged just because down the road I'll want them to have slabs. I want to put them in slabs, just like these ones here. All these were bagged, but they weren't boarded, and I was lucky to get 9.6 out of them, which I'm ecstatic. Because I didn't, like I said, but none of these, they're 3 to a bag, sometimes 4 to a bag, and that's the, so that they wouldn't be flimsy. And so yeah, this is my collection. Oh man, 43 boxes. Hey, do a little organizing here maybe. But yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. So until those other comics come back from CGC, catch you guys later. Ciao, ciao.